I can remember always growing up. For one thing, he was an excellent father. We were very, very close. He was very proud of his Marine Corps service. And he would never talk about the war issues doing island hopping in the South Pacific during World War II. But I saw him so many times. It would come out in conversation with a friend of his. Well, I was in the Marine Corps. I would hear someone say, "You were in the Marine Corps?" Dad said, "Yes, I was." He was so proud of that, but it always impressed people. And Dad was never PTSD at all. He never cussed. He was always very happy and positive, uplifting. He always wanted to help someone. If he knew you needed help, I don't care what it was, it could be the most physical thing, he'd be the first one on your doorstep in the morning to help you, and he'd be the last one to leave. But he had all these artifacts, never really talked about them. We always had them to the side. I knew they were there. And I had one vivid memory of my dad. I was 9 years old. He and I were cleaning out a cedar chest, and we were laughing. He was making a joke about this, about that, as we were pulling things out of the cedar chest. And all of a sudden, we get down to the very bottom, and my dad gets very, very serious. And I look at him, I said, "Dad, what's wrong?" He didn't answer. "Dad, what is it? What's wrong?" And he slowly reached down to the bottom of the cedar chest with such respect of whatever it was down there. He grabbed something with tremendous reverence, and he raised it up slowly. I said, "Dad, what is it?" He said, "Son, these are my dress blues." It still brings me to tears thinking of that. I never saw him like that before, never saw him like that after. And interesting, I wish we had kept the dress blues. I have no idea what happened to them, but they were perfectly folded, perfectly creased, and I'd never seen anything like that. But he was always, he was a strong Christian. We went to Mass every Sunday as a family. We prayed before every meal that we had as a family, and we were always together. Dad always taught me the outdoors, how to camp, how to create fires, light fires with a single match, how to shoot, how to hunt. And I grew up doing all those things. He loved the outdoors, and it was a great way to grow up. He got married to my mom, probably it was 1952, so maybe 5 or 6 years after World War II. And he was always very formal. As far as his dress goes, I can remember it. It may have been that generation. I've got a photograph in the library here where he's walking with Mom. It's at night, and he had a blue suit on, a white shirt, a tie, and he had a tan overcoat. Looked very formal. My mom was dressed nicely as well in a beautiful suit with a Pils hat, and they were holding hands as they walked, smiling. And I found out later they were at the state fair. That's how you dressed when you went to the state fair in the early 1950s. You dressed up. You showed respect. But he always had respect, and I loved growing up with that. So it was really great, and he was a very good man. But I know he was a good Christian. I know he's in heaven right now. See, one morning, it was a Monday morning, I was here at my home by myself. I was not married then, and I was awakened by the alarm on the oven going off. I never used the alarm, but it'd gone off, and I thought, now that is really odd. And I looked to my control panel on the security that I have in the house, and everything was secure. There was no one in the house but me. And so I thought, that's odd. I got up, I slowly walked downstairs to the kitchen and turned it off. And I looked at the clock and it was 6 a.m. And so I went, got ready to go to the office to see my first patients. I get to the office and the phone's ringing. And it's my mom. And she says, I just want you to know, Daddy passed away this morning. I said, what time was it that he passed? And she said it was 6 a.m. Never had that alarm go off before or since. So remarkable. It really did happen.